my playthrough of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And of course this is part 9 and we will continue from where we left off of getting all the gems and relics. We will start with level 26, Ski Crazed. In this part we will of course tackle the three the last 3 levels. I would say last 5, but 27 and 29 don't really count because they're levels 7 and 19 respectively. Of course, Hang 'em High and Future Frenzy. I'll just call it last 3 levels. Last 3 main levels. And most of the time I go through these Coco levels. It just makes me Coco jet ski levels. It just makes me have to stay steady, so I don't get out of control. Because it can be pretty easy to lose control on this jet ski sometimes. But I'll go ahead and cut it off here since this part's pretty much self-explanatory. So I'll cut it off and get back to you on the next level. Pardon my low voice. I had something was stuck in my throat. So, and actually, I decided I'll go ahead and commentate over this. But yeah, as you can see, it's most of the time whenever I do these Coco jet ski levels, I have to be very careful because sometimes it can be pretty easy to run into a mine and all that other stuff. So it's very easy to do that if you're not careful. So it's basically just like it's sort of like the hot cocoa level, except it's not super short like hot cocoa. I mean I'm not sure. I think I've already said this, but I think the since the hot cocoa level's so short, the best time set for that level was about over 2 seconds. So it was pretty amazing. And I could have hit both of those boxes, but apparently I just didn't get a good placement. So, I mean, but like I said, I had to be kind of careful on this level. I mean, because that's how most of these kinds of levels can be. Sometimes you have to be pretty careful. Even though this level sort of like a moderate difficulty, I guess you can say. Whoa. Yeah, that was a close one right there. Yeah, it's very, and you might want to be careful throughout that part. I mean, I'm not super good at these jet ski parts, and I could have easily got both of those right there, but it just didn't work out too well. And every time you go across more of the ramps, you'll have a better chance of losing speed. So it can be pretty easy to miss that very last box. You just gotta try to pick up speed. Yeah, that last box, it really bugs, really annoying to get. So you may want to get speed from the ramps to try and get it. There we go. And yeah, you're gonna definitely want to be careful here. I mean, unless if you're super good at the jet skis. I mean, I'm not, so you can see why I'm just taking it easy. And here we are. We're at the end of the level. We got the gem, all 100 boxes. We are done with this level. Pretty straightforward. Except now we have to get the relic. Now getting the relic can be kind of tough on here. That is, unless you're trying to get platinum. That can be, this one is pretty tricky. And if you want to get a very good time, you can't afford to make a big, you can't afford to slow down. And of course, as you can see, I'm not trying to get the platinum on this one. I probably had a bit of a probably was going a bit too slow when I was going around that turn, so there was no way I was going to get the platinum. And I'm not sure if getting those two time crates was the way to go, so probably took up a bit too much time getting those two. Since if you want to go for a time, you may as well just get the time crate that is closest to you, and just keep going. That's probably what I think, in my opinion, is the best way to get a very good time in most levels. I could have gotten out of that a bit faster. And I would have to get both of those right there to get the platinum. And of course I would need to get those. So as you can obviously tell, that this is not the platinum run. I think trying to jump over those mines, trying to get the crates, very, very scary. So we got ourselves a pretty easy gold. It's quite easy to get the gold on here. Alright, I'm back. Now for this part, I always made sure I got the gold relics. Because if I had the sapphire relics, I wouldn't be able to complete the game the right way. And now we're going to level 28. Area 51? Don't forget the question mark. I mean, you can just say Area 51, but since there's a question mark, you gotta use common sense. I use common sense. And of course, this is another motorcycle level. Except you don't race against cars, you race against UFOs. Hence the name Area 51. 51. You race during the nighttime. And this run was basically just a warm-up run, because this is probably one of the levels I always didn't like, because it was so dark and you can't really see what's going on until the lights flash on it. I mean, it usually takes a while for me to get used to this level. Yeah, as you can see, I missed a crate. It's easier to just win the race, then come back and get the box gem. And then go for the relic afterwards. Yeah, that was a big mistake of me. I thought that was just a regular straightaway. Or it didn't have a hole in there. And since this is just a warm-up run, I'll get back to you after the real thing. Yeah, like I said, this level is pretty tough at first hand, so I didn't really expect to win first place right away. It's a funny little glitch. I mean, after a while, you come out of the after a while you start the race. If you I think it happens. I think it only happens whenever you're right in the middle. Whenever you're right between the lanes. If you turn a little bit to the left, it'll appear like Crash is going to the left, but he's actually still going straight. Pretty weird little glitch in there. And like I said, I apologize for not winning first place. It's like, oh my god, David, you did not win first place. I mean, like I said, this track is pretty. I mean, this level is pretty tough to get used to since it's so dark. And in my opinion, I think this is the hardest of the motorcycle levels. And just getting, just trying to get past these UFOs is just trouble enough. I really like the. I mean, I really like the music on here, especially this one. It's kind of hard to decide which Crash game has the best music. I do like the music on here though. Very nice. And since I missed a couple of those boxes, I said to hell with those boxes. And trying to get past this, I think I fell again right here. Yep. I mean, because trying to get past a UFO like that is just it's a bitch. It's a big bitch. So yeah, I lost again. I mean, like I said, this level can be very annoying. It's a lot harder than trying to pass the regular cars. And as you can see, I skipped the whole process of coming out and going back in. Alright guys, I'm back. I forgot I realized I had to do it twice, because this level can get pretty hard to, it can be pretty difficult to get used to. And I apologize for that. I mean, these UFOs really annoy the heck out of me, but yeah, it's, like I said, it's easier to just win the race first and then get the box gem. And the relic afterwards. So now I finally win the race. I mean, like I said, I do apologize for having to try so many, have a couple tries, because since it's so dark out and you can't see a thing, it can take a while to get used to. And now we're going to go back in there and get the box gem. And the box gem speaks for itself. There, and the relic also. So I'll see you guys at the next level. Alright, so that took care of Area 51. Excuse me, Area 51? Yeah, I don't want to forget that question mark. Now we go into the last level, Rings of Power. And this is actually the last level that Crash flies his little biplane. Except it's not shooting something down, it's a race. And the thing is, in this level, if you do barrel rolls inside the little rings, you actually go faster. But if you just fly through them, you'll get yellow lights coming across the wings. You'll just go at like a slower speed. But if you barrel roll them, you'll get purple lights and you'll go a bit faster. But yeah, it's kind of like Area 51. The race, the racing, the first place gem, then the box gem, then the relic. And this level can be kind of tricky if you're not really that good with in terms of flying. I mean, I could have hit that box gem first, but I mean, it just kind of messed me up. So we got the race gem, and then the next two parts of backtracking will be to get the box gem and the relic. So, of course, those parts will speak for itself again. Now we'll see you guys after we get the completion of those. Now getting the relic on here isn't really that tough. But first off, I forgot to mention this, but I really like the song on. I really like the music in this level. I think I consider it one of my favorite favorite tracks from the entire game. And now back to the relic. The relic isn't really that tough to get on here, but you might want to do barrel rolls throughout most of the rings. You don't have to do it through all of them. Basically, just do how I do, and you'll get a pretty decent time. But if you do how I do it, you will definitely not get the platinum. That's for sure. Because the platinum, you're gonna have to spin through all the rings and try to maintain a good line. And trying to do that can be pretty tough. But if you do it like that, you'll get a pretty decent time. For a gold relic, of course. Okay. Now we have gotten all gold relics, all the gems, and all the crystals, everything. As you can see, there's no buttons. And we can't go into any other level. Because now we have to take on Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka for a second time, this time once and for all. Now, like I said, if you have all gold relics, if you have 104%, if you have all gold relics, come to here, talk to Coco. See, all 104%, 44, have 45 gems, all gold relics, all 30 gold relics. If you come here to the Lotte screen and talk to Coco, you'll be awarded the 45th gem. But before we get to that, I'm going to go ahead and save it. There's the 45th gem. Sorry about that. That load save screen can be kind of stupid sometimes, or it can be kind of retarded sometimes. Now we see the 45th gem right in front of us. And whenever we get the gem, yeah, I took a screenshot of that. After Crash played with his little yo-yo there. And after we get that gem, we have a little fireworks show and have acquired 105%. But we're not done yet. We have to deal with Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka. This time, once and for all. So I decided, so I'd go ahead and save the 105% also. I thought I was wanting to do it in extra and second save, but I thought, what the heck. I'm already starting to yawn. I mean, it's only 8:34 in the evening here. Why should I be yawning? So now we have to take on Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka. The second time, and this time for good. Now for this time, we'll get a different start.
It is true. The Bandicoot has brought all of the crystals and all of the gems to me. Ultimate power is mine. The world as we know it is about to end.
Now, just because we had a different start doesn't mean the fight changes its difficulty or it changes up, change it up anything. But I do make a pretty big mistake by jumping on one of the mines at this part. Actually, it was a pretty dumb mistake. I mean, I was trying to avoid the lasers, but all of a sudden, I got killed at the last second after that explosion. So that was my mistake. But yeah, I get him on this part. So we've already seen this fight, so this fight will speak for itself. So I'll go ahead and cut off the commentary, and I'll see you guys at the end of the fight. Okay, I'm back. Now we have dealt with Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka. Nothing happens, we will get a different ending.
No, it cannot be. Not a prisoner of time again. Ah! time twister machine could not hold itself together. We were lucky to escape.
Give me the mask! With it I shall take over the world! Come on!
It is difficult to say what has happened to our enemies. I doubt we will see them for a long time.
So now we have the real ending where Cortex and Entropy, Dr. Cortex and Dr. Entropy are now babies, since they were sucked into the prisoner of time due to Dr. Entropy not being able to take care of his time twister machine. This is what happened to Cortex and Uka Uka. They've been brought back to the past, back when they were babies. And if you guys couldn't hear Aku Aku little quote thing a couple seconds ago, he said this, and I quote, "It is difficult to say what has happened to our enemies, but I doubt we will see them for a long time." I mean, but whenever you play any one of the later crashes, it just doesn't really seem like they have a long time. It's like they finally figured out a way to get back into time. And the credits, of course, is pretty much the same thing, except they'll have a little bit of something different added to it. And you can only see this something extra in the real ending, of course. And just because we have all 105%, doesn't mean we're not done with the playthrough just yet. In case some of you guys have forgotten, I've actually promised I would provide all 30 platinum relics. And did you really think I would break that promise? No, I don't break promises when it comes to playthroughs. I don't break promises. You don't understand me. None of you. Just kidding. However, I do make my playthroughs interesting and worthwhile, so of course I will have all 30 platinum relics, even though I've already had 3 of them. But I'll still do the levels, just for the heck of it. Now this is the little extra something. These are the developer times of each of the levels. These are the guys, or actually, these are the times that the developers of Naughty Dog at that time of 1998. These were their times. I mean, because these times, I'm not even gonna bother trying to break for these times, because some of these times actually seem a little impossible to get. To be honest, some of these times can seem pretty impossible. It's like they were getting these times before they finally got done with the game. They got these times during production of the game. And these times do seem pretty insane. Let me tell you. And just like that, that is the end of the real ending. But just because that was the end of the real ending doesn't mean we're not done. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and provide the videos of all platinum relics. I do make my playthroughs and my videos interesting. So I'm going to save it right here. And hopefully you guys enjoy my 105% playthrough. But in the next video, I will get all platinum relics. So, as always, take it easy.